What I have in the green circle says PMR, that's our universe, that's our physical reality. And that is a billion times bigger compared to the rest of it than it really is. Okay, that's all of our universe, including us. Now what's inside of the red line, you see I've labeled .os, that's our system. That's our physical reality plus all of non-physical, which means other than physical, that interacts with our physical reality. Okay, so all of that stuff where you interact with Uncle Frank who died last week and so on, that's all part of OS. Right? That's all, a lot of the paranormal stuff, the reality that we generally think of as the non-physical is really just this little part that's inside the red ring. That's just that part of that non-physical interacting with us. Because if we interact with it here, then it's defined to be inside that red ring. That's just the part of the non-physical we interact with. Well, what's all this other stuff? Well, everything outside of that red ring is stuff that doesn't know we exist. We have no idea that it exists. It has no idea that we exist. Okay, it's out there. The only way to know about that is to go out there and experience it. Okay, here's other PMRs. This is PMR 1, 2, that's us. Then there's K, K. You can tell I'm a physicist, right? I do things like that. 1, 2, K. These are others because they're different than physical. They're not quite as constrained enough to make it really a physical place, but it's not entirely unconstrained like the rest of this is. But there's lots of these. I just have a few. Like I say, I've been in about 20 or 30 of these. I've been in probably 10 or 12 of these big ones. What are these big ones? Well, the reality is kind of broken up into organizational units that the best way I can say is each one represents a kind of experimental protocol. Okay, it's the way things are done. All of these units are involved in developing consciousness, lowering consciousness entropy. That's what they're all about. But they go about it in different ways. It's different experiments. Our experiment, or the experiment that we're kind of part of, is one of the more lawful experiments. That means there's more rules. Some of these have a lot less rules. Some of them just have different rules. You can't just, if you want to find the best way to lower your entropy, if you're this big consciousness system, you don't just do one thing and say, well, that's good enough. You do everything you can think of. Right? This is evolution. Evolution fills every gap, explores every idea, and sees what works. Well, there's a whole lot more ideas than just the one that creates this physical matter reality, and that's what all these other things are doing. That's what these other physical realities are doing. That's what these other big frames are doing.